Hello, Kleschka Crew. Welcome back to Kleschka Picks week number 4.
Let's go, let's go!
Let's get started with Thursday Night Football, Lions and Packers. The Lions absolutely dominated, offense doing just well enough, and the defense on full display, looking very good against the Falcons. And the Packers, they seemed down and out all game until the fourth quarter, where they made a comeback against the Saints, and they took the victory. This week, big rivalry right here. The Lions defense just keeps stepping up week after week, and the offense has shown me enough. The Packers offense has also been very solid all year, but running into this Detroit Lions defense, I think that is going to be the key factor to this game. So I think the Lions win this in a close one, 24-20. Falcons and Jaguars. The Jags did not show up at all last week. They looked pretty poor against the Texans, who had their best game of the year. And the Falcons, man, they were not awake at all. They were asleep in their little nest against the Lions. Did not look good. And this week, I think we will see Jacksonville return. I think they will make good use of all their offensive weapons, especially against a poor team like Atlanta, whose offense really hasn't hit it big yet, and the defense is gonna give up those points. So give me the Jags winning this one 23-17. Game of the week, put a star on this one. I think it might be the most entertaining game of the year. Bills versus Dolphins. Both of these teams destroyed their opponents last week, one a little more than the other, but the Bills stampeded over the Commanders like it was nothing, and the Dolphins 70 points. My goodness, Mike McDaniel was angry at his favorite team growing up for not hiring him all those years ago, and he took it out on them with this one. And I think this game has potential to be game of the year. Shootout, offensive explosion. I think they are going to go right hook, left hook, back and forth, down to the wire. Close, entertaining, exciting game. Upset alert. Is this an upset at this point? I'm going Dolphins, winning 37-34. I think these offenses are crazy, and I think if the Dolphins, if all healthy, they will be one of the best teams throughout the season. Vikings and Panthers. Panthers lost to my Seahawks. We ran all over them. And the Vikings, they played the Chargers, two teams who have defenses that give up a ton of points, and they just did that once again, especially to Keenan Allen. And it has been a rough season so far for the Vikings, but I think they will finally catch a break here against the Panthers, whose defense will let up points just like the Vikings, but that offense I do not think will be able to keep up with the Vikings. So give me Minnesota winning this one 31-14. Broncos and Bears. This is my battle of mid matchup. I might as well call it battle of trash. Let's just get straight to the point because both of these teams are going nowhere this season. I think Denver wins 24-13. I think they're just a little better than the Bears. Ravens and Browns. The Ravens lost to the Colts last week. That shocked me. And the Browns won last week in the fashion they did. That shocked me as well. Kept the Titans to 3 points. They won, and I could not believe it. I think this is going to be a close game, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the quarterback battle, Lamar versus Deshaun Watson. And I think Lamar's looked good this season. I think we're seeing flashes of Lamar from a couple years ago. And if he's on that kind of action, then that's the Lamar you want leading your team. So I think the Ravens do end up winning this one, and I think it's 27-20. Steelers and Texans. The Steelers pulled off the win last week against the Raiders, and the Texans, they got a win too. CJ Stroud finally having his best game in the NFL so far, but I think running into one of the top defenses in the NFL is going to bring him back down to earth with the Steelers defense. That Steelers defense is very good with TJ Watt leading the way as long as he's healthy, and then the offense, as long as that defense is holding their opponent at bay, the offense is good enough to get the job done, and I think that'll be the case this week, making CJ Stroud feel like those first 2 weeks compared to last week, and I think the Steelers win 26-17. Colts and Rams. The Colts got a win last week, and the Rams, they took an L after they finally had their young star players shut down for the first time. We saw how that affects them, and it was not good. I think this week, facing the Colts, they should not see that again. The Bengals are more up there when it comes to the teams in the league, although they haven't been playing like it. But going up against the Colts, I think this is definitely going to be a good revenge game for them. It's their last week before they get Cooper Kupp back, Possibly. We'll see how that goes. And I think the Colts offense will not be able to keep up, will not be able to perform alongside the Rams offense because it has been good besides that one game to start the year. And I just think we're going to see that show in this one. I don't think the Colts defense will be able to stop them. And I think the Rams defense is solid enough to shut down the Colts offense. So give me the Rams winning 30-20. Buccaneers and Saints. Both of these teams took an L last week, and it was a big hit to the Saints because Derek Carr suffered an injury, and it's looking like Jameis Winston will be the quarterback for now. And the Buccaneers, they were brought back down to earth after Baker Mayfield was having a pretty good start to his season. But I think due to that quarterback injury, we're going to see a different Saints team, and they're not going to perform how they were for the first few weeks. But that defense is pretty solid for the Saints. So even though I think this is going to hurt them without Derek Carr, I think that defense is still going to keep them in the game. However, I don't think it'll be enough, and I think the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield will pick up the victory 20-17. Eagles and Commanders. The Commanders were absolutely destroyed last week, and the Eagles got their win against Tampa. The Eagles team is very talented, and it's got tons of star power, where on the opposite side, the Commanders don't really have that, and when they go up against these top-tier teams, like we saw last week, it's going to be pretty brutal. I'm expecting that again. Let's just cut to the chase. I think Eagles win 33-20. Bengals and Titans. Bengals, they got a win last week. It wasn't a good-looking win, but they got the job done. I'm still waiting for Joe Burrow to turn to Joe Burrow that we all know and love. The Titans are that team that everybody expects is going to go crazy, and they never do. They are a roller coaster. They have the best, craziest games and then the worst, most horrible games, and we definitely saw that last week, and I think that'll happen again. I just don't think the Titans offense is going to be able to keep up with Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I think they're finally going to hit a stride after picking up their first win, and I think the offense of the Titans really isn't going to do much because that's what it looks like for them this season. I think the Bengals win barely because I don't think they're going to get to the level we all know yet. I think they're still building to get up there, and I think they win 23-16. Raiders and Chargers. Chargers got the win last week against Minnesota, and then we saw the Raiders take an L to the Steelers. Both teams had receivers go off with Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. One of them was on a winning team, one of them was on a losing team. It really comes down to the quarterback play. Jimmy Garoppolo, too many turnovers last week. And even though he's got that talented receiver in Adams, over on the Chargers side, you got Justin Herbert, better quarterback. The loss of Mike Williams, I still think this offense is very high-powered, and I don't think the Raiders will be able to keep up. But although that Chargers defense does give up points, I still don't think Jimmy Garoppolo will be able to get the job done. I think the Chargers win 30-24. Patriots and Cowboys. The Patriots barely got a win over the Jets last week, and the Cowboys somehow lost to the Cardinals. How? I don't know. Bottom of the barrel team going up against one of the hottest teams to start the year. You'd think it's a pretty easy call, but no. The Cardinals somehow beat them, got the job done, and they did it in a strong fashion too. But I don't think that happens to the Cowboys again. I think the Patriots, they started the year against two very good teams, took L's, and then they finally get a cakewalk team, and they barely beat them. So I think we are going to see Dallas with their defense looking strong against the Patriots, and I think the offense is going to easily have a good time against the Patriots. So give me the Cowboys winning this one 27-17. 49ers and Cardinals. I'm going to make this one easy as well, even though the Cardinals are coming off that hot week against the Cowboys. The 49ers defense is also crazy good, and the offense has so many weapons. So give me the 49ers easily winning this one 35-13. Chiefs and Jets. The Jets, we just talked about them, took that loss. Zach Wilson is not the move. This is not the predicament they thought they would be in. This would be such a cool matchup if Aaron Rodgers was healthy, but no. And the Chiefs, they absolutely dominated with Taylor Swift in the building. The dating rumors are true. Kelsey, Swift, it's a thing. And if she's there again, you better watch out, because Travis Kelce is definitely going to motivate that team to go off. And even if she's not there, they're the much more dominant team against a Jets team that is just facing punch after punch after punch. They can never have happiness, I guess. And I don't think that'll be the case this week. It's going to be a sad week for Jets fans. I think the Chiefs continue to roll, continue to dominate, win 45-17. Seahawks and Giants. My Seahawks picked up a win last week. Kenneth Walker looked very dominant. In fact, the whole offense was looking very good last week. week. And the Giants, complete opposite, played the 49ers, took an L. That defense is going to be able to shut down most teams, especially teams like the Giants, who really don't have a superstar right now to get the job done. I'm not sure on the Saquon Barkley injury news, but if they don't have him, it's going to be another tough week for Giants fans. Obviously, our defense does not hold up like the 49ers, but our ground game has been amazing to start this year, and I think we're going to attack with that. They were absolutely torched by Christian McCaffrey last week, so we know they're vulnerable in that area, and I think Kenneth Walker is going to eat once again, and I don't think that offense is going to be able to keep up with our ground game and our offense. So give me my Seahawks winning 27-14. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment what you think the craziest thing from week 3 was. Kelsey and Taylor Swift, dating rumors confirmed, the Dolphins 70-point game, or maybe something else. Like the video, subscribe, tell your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpa, pets, friends, brothers, sister, aunt, uncle, everybody you know to subscribe if they haven't already. I got this, you got this, we all got this, and I'll see you next time.